Are you a time manager, a time investor, a timepreneur, or time creator? In our 100th video, today we are celebrating the evolution of our journey from advocating time management to time investment to finally we have stumbled with the idea of time creatorship. Yes, you heard me right. You cannot only manage and invest time, but you also have the power to create time.
It's time brigade. Time brigade. It's time brigade. Join the time brigade.
Did you hear me say our journey? Yes. I could not have done the 100 videos on my own, and I must acknowledge the team effort and the wonderful support I have had from my social media and design team of Shrex Design and Tanvi Bhatt, from my content king Satish Purohit, from my pillar of strength Shubha, and from my friend and advisor Jogesh Jain. And now let me unfold the stages that we went through to come to this great concept of time creatorship. You know, we live in a world of consumers. When I say that, I mean that you normally consume time just like you consume any other product. The whole world tells you, if you have this problem, this is a solution. So you consume that solution. Similarly, I have also been saying that you have 86,400 seconds in a day, no more, no less. And then I realized, no, you can get more. You can get more, and this is what happens. From being a time consumer to becoming a time creator is a journey of mastery. And what happens is, when you learn to leverage the time as a resource, and I'll tell you how, you will be elevated to a position of competitive advantage at a vantage point from where you can feel and see the macro effect. My coach, James Taylor, told me that I must learn to go 1 inch wide and 1 mile deep. 1 inch was identified as time, and now I started going deep by doing in-depth study of various authors' concepts on time management, and realized that what David Allen taught us and many others in that era of 1940s and 50s was primarily a management function where you were only talking of efficiency. Do things quicker, faster, and save time to do more work. I said time management is dead. That old time concept is dead because we don't have that luxury of a stability of environment that we had that time. The digital disruption has killed this, and we have to now manage time on the fly. So therefore, time management was forgotten, and we started getting deeper into time investment. Now, what is time investment? That normally when we say spending time, our subconscious mind, which is very sensitive to the words we use, treats time as a resource which is expendable. In a balance sheet, you say expense. Expense is expendable, which means it diminishes to zero. It fades away. It doesn't remain there. So you think time is something which will go away, and that's the end of it. But the moment you use the word invest and you start learning the art of investing time, then you start looking for a return. And in terms of time, it is not financial return, it is the return of your happiness index, of your sense of excitement and achievement. That is what you are looking for. So we started talking about time investment. And then came Mr. COVID. And we realized that there was a crisis. And we found, after a little more study, that there was a unique aspect of a crisis. Every crisis, small or big, comes with a unique feature. And that unique feature I'm talking about is 3 or 4 elements. One is every crisis, small or big, I said, comes suddenly. It springs a surprise on you. It happens because some pattern in your life has got broken. Like a storm comes and upsets the wave pattern of a tide. Right? The second aspect that comes with any crisis is that it makes you lose hope. There's a sense of hopelessness. The third thing that happens is that every crisis brings you low morale, and you start wondering what to do. Uncertainty takes over. And then the last element which happens in every crisis is it demands a quick decision. There's a time element to that, and you realize that if you sweat more in peace, you bleed less in war, which means if you train yourself for crisis all the time, then when a crisis comes, you are able to handle it. That's why in COVID, many people could rather grow in the crisis than drown there. That I call surfing of time wave, right? Now, this was time investment, or timepreneurship in crisis. So we termed it as Crisespreneurship of time. And we did courses on that, and many people attended that course on CPOT, which is Crisespreneurship of time. Now we come to another part, and that is time creatorship. So as I said, we are time consumers, and how can we create time? So let's take the simple example of the managers who were managing time. That was an old time management technique, and now we are talking of creating time. What does a leader do? He leverages the time of his team, he makes his team productive, and everyone in the team starts producing a little more. And therefore, the time that a CEO has to himself is not his 24 hours, but 24 hours multiplied by the number of people he has in his team. So I was asking the CEO of a company once, and of course I've done this many times. Firstly, when I ask a company, what are your resources? Nobody ever said time. They only had in their mind money, they had people, they had talent, and all sorts of things, but nobody ever said time. Time is a resource that everyone, every company, every leader has, which is the only resource that is predictable. The only resource is that is equal. And how do we leverage it? And then I came with this compounding of time, where I ask a CEO that if you work, how many hours do you contribute to your company? And people will say 8 hours, 10 hours, 4 hours, whatever. And then I said, how many people do you have in your company? It is 1,000 people. Then I said, if everyone works 8 hours, you got 8,000 hours. Are people working for those 8,000 hours? Are you not responsible to your organization for the 8,000 hours? And therefore, ladies and gentlemen, now we have embarked on this idea of time creatorship, and that's the new way we are heading to. Leaders who are time creators bring time abundance to their teams, their organizations, communities, societies, and even nations. Success and money comes to time creators, not to time consumers, though they remain to be essential elements of the ecosystem. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's not just manage the cake that we have. Let's enlarge the size of the cake and eat it too. So, in the 100 videos, we have brought you from the time management to time investment to timepreneurship, and now we are heading forward to time creatorship. If you like this idea, make sure that you subscribe to this channel and listen or watch a video every Wednesday and every Sunday on Time Brigade. Make sure that you share this video with your friends because I'm sure you like them to become time creators too. Thank you very much for listening in, and we look forward to your continued support.
A school principal and a parenting coach. I follow his YouTube videos and my life after learning from him has become more efficient and I have been able to create my 25th hour.
I'm Dr. Aruna Giri. I have also engaged Brigadier Sushil Bhasin for coming and training my team of 125 people at Pacific Trends with this time investment strategy concept. And I found especially his concept about compounding a CEO time very, very interesting and a powerful concept.
This is Dr. Sagrika Roy Bhatia here. You can get in touch with Brigadier Sushil Bhasin for his time management techniques which are amazing, and especially the funnel technique. The funnel technique is a technique that I have learned from Brigadier Sushil Bhasin, and I have really been able to manage all my workshops and my engagement on social media and family time with my family, and of course my own me time too.
I am Sapun Maiti from West Bengal. My level of time consciousness and work-life balance have been improved a lot thereafter.
This is Sunil. Believe me, the tools and techniques which I came across are really powerful. Let me tell you, the way Brigadier Sushil takes an interest in each and everyone's turnaround and value addition is truly commendable.